Hi, I'm Noah with Preferred Physical Therapy. Today we're doing a 10-minute workout. We're gonna do a circuit of 2 different exercises. First, we're gonna stretch, get ourselves out of bad posture positions, making sure we're all nice and ready for the workout, and then we're gonna hop into it. So first, we're gonna start off with an overhead tricep stretch, taking our elbow just like this, reaching it behind our back, pulling with our other arm, making sure we're not overstretching it too much. Just go at your own pace. Even if it's a little bit higher, that's perfectly fine. Should feel it right behind the arm. So take some deep breaths right here. Keep moving around like I am if you want. We're not stretching the legs. All right, we're gonna swing the arms down. Gonna grab the other one right behind the elbow. Reach right back behind us again. Making sure we're not letting our head drop too far forward, trying to keep it nice and high. All right, just making sure you're breathing through this, not holding your breath. We'll do that one more time on each side. Swing the arms down, straight back up with the other one. Just stretching here. Really feeling right behind your arm. Good, we'll do that one more time on each side. Get nice and high here with the arm. Bring the shoulder back, reaching behind us. Feeling a good stretch. All right, one more deep breath here. Awesome. Now we're gonna clasp our hands right behind our back, just like this. We're gonna pull our arms back, straightening at the elbow, dropping our shoulders down and back, stretching our chest right in the front here. Allowing your ribs to expand. Take big breaths in. Breathe out. We're gonna do one more. Good, we're just gonna swing the arms for a second. We're gonna go right behind us one more time, dropping the shoulders down and back, extending at the elbow, stretching your chest out. Making sure we're getting out of that hunched over position we're always in on the computer and on our phones. All right, now we're gonna swing our arms one more time. Gonna go here, grab our hand with our fingers here, starting up high, pulling the wrist back so we feel a stretch in our forearm. We're gonna drop it down to the side and we'll feel it right in our bicep muscle on the front here. Just getting a good stretch in, breathing through this. All right, take one more deep breath. Good, we're gonna curl that up. We're gonna go back to the other side now. Bending at the wrist, pulling the fingers back. Keep the elbow all the way locked out. We're gonna bring it down here. Stretching our forearm and our bicep out. Good, just take some breaths. Awesome, we're gonna do that one more time. Just real quick, reaching there, pulling down. Really stretching the front of our arms. All right, one more time. This is really going to help reverse the effects of just sitting there typing at the keyboard, sitting on our phones with our arms curled, stretching them out, keeping your joints nice and healthy, as well as your muscles. Good. Now we're going to stretch out our hamstrings. Usually we sit down a lot, especially during this quarantine here. We're going to put our feet together. We're going to try to keep our knees straight, bending down right at the hip. There, trying to touch our toes. If you can't touch your toes, it's perfectly fine. You could just grab your legs here. I like to feel right behind my legs just to feel my hamstrings stretching. Making sure you're not arching your back too much. Just keeping it nice and straight up here. Just bending right at the hips. Breathing through, making sure you're feeling a nice stretch. Good, we're gonna come up and we're gonna do that one more time. I'll show you from this angle. Going down until you feel a good pull here, not too much. Make sure you breathe through. Sometimes I have trouble keeping my legs locked out here and they bend a little bit, so you can always put your hands on your knees, keep them forced back, really stretching your hamstrings. Awesome. So now we're gonna get into the exercise. We're gonna do a circuit, so that's gonna be 2 different rounds of these exercises. So we're gonna do each one of them twice, but we're gonna take a break in between. So we're gonna do our ninja kick into lunges. We're gonna do these for 30 seconds. So we're gonna kick out, lunge, catch ourselves, back up, kick out, lunge. You want to, just like karate, keep your hands right at the side here. Lunge, back up, kick out, lunge, Back up. You even keep your arms at the side just to keep balance. Right here. And bring the leg up. Catch yourself, making sure you're not crashing down. Going up. All right. Awesome. Now what we're gonna do are frog squat jumps. So we're gonna go down, touch the ground, high up. Here, make sure we're extending all the way through the body, going all the way down, making sure our knees aren't caving in here, keep them out, and going up, reaching to the ground, pretend like you're a frog, leaping off of a lily pad. I'm gonna keep going, almost there. Keep the energy high, just like these jumps. One more, good. Now we're gonna get on our back. We're gonna go into what is called a dead bug. So making sure our back is nice and flat. Bring our knees up so they're pointing towards the ceiling. Fingers going towards the ceiling. We're gonna drop our opposite arm with our opposite leg. We're gonna go back and forth, keeping the core tight. This is an ab workout. Good. So pretend like you're a bug on the ground. Awesome. Keep going, almost there. One more. Good. Now we're gonna hop up here. We're gonna find a table near us. We're gonna make sure it's all raised up. We're gonna go about shoulder width apart. Leaning, we're gonna do some push-ups, keeping our elbows not flaring out or all the way in, just right in between. We're gonna be keeping our head high, chest up, making sure we're not overarching on our lower back. Just keeping it nice and straight through here. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, you could go a little farther out. Or if that's a little too hard, you could step in as well. Just making sure you're keeping the form, working on our arms and our chest muscles. Right here, really building them up. All right, we'll do one more. Perfect. Now for this next one, it's gonna be a little bit of a full body and a shoulder workout. We're gonna raise our arms like an I, go into a Y, and then on the T, we're gonna do a jumping jack. So I, Y, T here, arms out to the side. I'll show you from here. Go I, Y, cut the angle in half, to the side. I, Y, T, I, Y, T, jumping jack. We're gonna keep going with the motions here. Do one more. Good. Now for our last one of this round of the circuit, we're gonna go shoulder width apart, making sure our toes are pointed slightly out. We're gonna keep our hands overhead. We're gonna squat down, trying to keep our arms as far back as we can. Here, notice, if you don't have the full mobility, that's perfectly fine. Try and keep your arms as in front of you and up as you can, making sure you're not overarching your back in the process. Just gonna do a few of these, work on our mobility and our strength. We'll do one more. Good. All right, so we're gonna grab our water. We're gonna take a 30-second break, catch our breath, making sure that we're staying up, letting the blood flow, rehydrating ourselves. Good. We're gonna take just a few more seconds here, and then we're gonna hop into the last round of the exercises. It's great to do exercises like this to keep the heart rate up, make sure that you're staying nice and mobile, keeping all the muscles contracted, but also knowing when to give yourself a break and to rehydrate in the process. We're gonna start off with our ninja kicks, making sure we either have our arms at our sides like this or out to keep balance. We're gonna kick, go in, good, kick, go in, awesome. Just going at your own pace, just kicking, feeling a little stretch in the hamstring as you do that, but then bracing yourself, making sure that you don't fall onto your heel or your foot. Don't want to cause any injury, just making sure we're nice and controlled, and then slowly down, bending the knees. Doing one more. Perfect. Now we're going to get into our frog jumps. We're going to go shoulder width, reaching down, jumping up. Good. Reaching down, reaching up, making sure we're fully extending through the body, Crouching down, keeping the knees in. You can even take a pause at the bottom. Jump up, pause, jump up, going at your own pace here. Making sure you're not getting too tired, still doing the work. Awesome. Now we're gonna get down on the ground into our dead bug position. What we're gonna do here is keeping the knees up again, hands up, alternating sides, dropping one arm down on the other side of the body while extending our leg, keeping our core tight. Again, going at your own pace, making sure you're still breathing, keeping that oxygen flow going. And one more. Perfect. We're going to sit up. We're going to go to our table. We're going to do those table push-ups again, making sure our body's nice and straight, not overarching or extending throughout our back. Just going here, nice and firm table, making sure it won't slide out from under you. A counter is always a good option at home. Just going right here. Breathe in, breathe out as you go down, keeping your breath up. Good. Keep going. Awesome. So now we're going to get into our IYTs one more time. Shoulders up. I, Y, T, jumping jack. I, Y, T. So you could speed it up if you want, making sure you're controlling it. Just like this. Get the heart rate up, or you could go nice, slow, feeling the contractions in the muscle, making sure you're keeping proper form over the amount of reps you're doing. Making sure you're keeping nice and healthy, staying active with these. Do one more. All right, so now we're gonna get into our last one of the day. Arms overhead, shoulder width apart, keeping the knees out over the toes, squatting down as far as you can without going and folding like this, or without extending your back too much or bending at the knees. Just going nice form, dropping down, feeling the floor push evenly through your feet here, right in the middle. Good, just a few more, almost done, finish strong. We'll do one more. Awesome. You all did perfect. Make sure you're staying nice and active, up and moving, and we'll see you next time.